Okay. Then the show went...
I don't even know where it went.
I was going to say off the rails, but okay.
It was just amazing.
So this was 2 weeks after Shawn Michaels had collapsed on Raw, following the Owen Hart enziguri.
Keep in mind, before you listen to any of this that Vinny is about to say, it's 2014. NFL lawsuit, millions and millions of dollars paid out to players because of head injuries and concussions. We've got all of these folks in MMA and pro wrestling. I hear it. I don't hear it so much anymore, but I remember when I used to hear it. We didn't really know about head injuries. We didn't know the dangers of concussions until just recently. And in fact, I brought that up recently, and somebody said to me, well, Bryan, to be fair, what they're really saying is we didn't know about the dangers of repeated concussions until recently. So keep all of that in mind when you listen to this segment from 1995.
So, Todd Pettengill went to visit Shawn Michaels' doctor.
Jeffrey Unger.
Mm-hmm. I am assuming this man was a real doctor. He came here on this show, and he began to explain the symptoms and problems associated with post-concussion syndrome.
That's right.
So it can be a very serious, debilitating issue. And talked about nausea, memory loss, traumatic brain injury, all the other symptoms that we do in fact know are that do in fact come with multiple concussions.
He talked about how football players had suffered from this syndrome, boxers.
Yes.
Some of them, he said, after a severe concussion, take as long as 3 years to recover.
Yeah.
Some, he said, never recover.
Yeah. He said he was not concerned about Shawn Michaels as a pro wrestler. He was concerned about him as a human being.
That's right.
And he was very worried that, there's a good chance he'll never recover.
He said that Shawn had post-concussion syndrome, a brain injury, and if Shawn with this syndrome suffered further hits to the head, it could in fact be life-threatening.
So what happened here, everyone, is this doctor fired a warning flare to the world about the dangers of getting hit in the head in violent sports of all types.
That's right.
And I don't know if it's because it's a fake sport, but no one listened to him.
No, of course not.
No one listened to him.
Then we got a Vince McMahon oratory on humanity.
This was absolutely surreal, spectacular.
Vince said that there was a facade of superstardom. Mm-hmm. We all look up to these athletes and these men on television.
We put them on pedestals.
Some, he says, earn the right to be called superstars. How ironic that now everybody's a fucking superstar, but back then only certain people were superstars, like Shawn Michaels. He says we must remember that these superstars are all just like the rest of us. They're human beings. They do feel pain. They're not invincible. They're driven by their desire to be the best. We cheer wildly as they risk their bodies time after time, taking one step closer to the edge every day to thrill the crowd. Shawn has been doing this for quite some time. He believes he could do anything, and we believe he could do anything because we've seen him do it. But now, we're just hoping he'll be all right. We have to know that we pushed him over the edge in our quest for excitement. But like any other superstar, Shawn can't wait to get back into the ring. He's more excited to get back than we are to see him back. But there is a question if, or even when, he should return at all.
Yes.
Where is Cliff's dramatic music in the background of this montage by Vince McMahon?
Yeah. So, for the last 2.5 minutes of this show, they guilt-tripped the fans.
That's right.
Much like Randy, because the fans were the ones who drove wrestlers to take risks and get hurt. And because the fans drove wrestlers to take risks and get hurt, a wrestler had taken a risk and gotten hurt. And now he may never come back.
That's right.
So tune in next week, everyone, so you can drive more dudes to take risks and get hurt. Now, this would have been a mindfuck of a segment at any time in the past 15, 20 years. On the heels of the appearance of CM Punk on Colt Cabana's podcast, oh my God.
It is wild.
It's bizarre.
This was a gift from the gods to me this week.
Yes, it was disorienting. It was the cognitive dissonance that went on in my head.
It was so crazy. And it was 1995.
Yes.
I mean, listen, I've been talking forever. I mean, dementia pugilistica. This is not a new syndrome. They were writing about this in the fucking early 1900s. We know all about head injuries. We've always known about head injuries. I remember I was wrestling in 1998 and Tim Flowers was trying to hit me with chairs, and I would put my hand so far up in front of my face that he would mock me for it. I never wanted to be hit in the head. I knew then. How old was I in 1998? 23 years old. I was 23 years old in 1998, and I knew this shit. I'm absolutely sick and tired. I never, ever want to hear anybody again claim that we didn't understand this shit until recently. I forbid that. I don't know how I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen, but I forbid it.
Enforce that rule?
That's right. How am I going to enforce this? I don't know, but I'm sick of it. I don't ever want to hear it again. It's so stupid.
So that was quite an episode of Raw.
Maybe if Sean hadn't come back, people would have taken this seriously.
Yes, it's Shawn
Do you
Michaels'
idiots
fault.
forget when Bret Hart ended up retiring because of what? Multiple concussions. He got kicked in the head by Goldberg, and then he went in a match with Terry Funk, got hit with trash cans in the head. It was multiple concussions. We knew about that in 1999. This is not new information. Anyway, this was an amazing episode of Raw, everybody.
It certainly was.
Was it better or worse than Nitro this week?
This is not a very good Nitro, but I still enjoy Nitro more.
Yeah, Nitro is fresher. This show, in a lot of ways, still felt exactly like Raw today.
No.
Well, I mean, this Raw is obviously longer, but it was the same sort of thing. You had, that Brother Love show with King Mabel would have fit right into a Raw in 2014. It would have.
I guess. I was going to say that, I don't know. Raw just sucks so bad now. This still felt... It felt like a different show than today's Raw. It is certainly closer to today's Raw than the Nitros we've been watching, that's for sure.